already know me, I'm Ilona Veitaitė, and I will present the paper of me and my colleague, Audrius Lopata, professor from Kaunas University of Technology, and we have participated in the project which was related with the analysis of financial data of companies in Netherlands. And we did quite a big research to find some possibilities to define business rules, to detect some activities in financial documents, to find the evidence of future bankruptcy or maybe some errors in the financial information, financial data, to provide the necessary information to a financial auditor or analyst. So he shouldn't need to check all the data, but just to focus on the places which are somehow not right or not fully correct or just out of normal documentation. And this is a part of our results, not directly related with this project, because during the project we had additional researches, we had additional tests, and we're still continuing our work in this topic. This part the project is ended, but the field is very interesting, and the possibility to use additional tools, possibility to find new solutions or to find new abnormal situations, in our case anomalies in financial documents, is quite interesting for us, and we are trying to proceed with this process. So shortly talking about the table of contents, so I will introduce the topic a little bit, partly I already did that. And then I will talk a little bit about process mining and audit related activities, then aspects of financial process mining which was important for us during our project. And I will present financial anomalies detection guidelines. Maybe in our case it was quite specific ones, and we have an example to show how in the big amount of financial data we found several anomalies regarding one financial year of the company, and it was done by counting the economical indicators. So we focused on the key performance indicators, which were adapted according to our behavior change indicators, and I will provide some conclusions. So basically talking about the process mining process, it is quite challenging and interesting, and partly you already had introduction from our key speakers. So you heard about process mining tools and challenges in this process. So partly we also used these type of tools to achieve our results. So basically talking about the process mining and business process mining, these activities and researches are growing very fast, and the analysis of this kind of processes can help for the companies to find future solutions, to make positive decisions regarding their performance, regarding their activities and main solutions. And our idea is to analyze financial data, basically using the event data also, as Mindaugas told about the event, what are consisting parts of events. So it is and case ID, the activity, the timestamp. So we were trying to process the data we have received from the companies to adapt them a little bit more convenient way for our analysis, and then we adapted the business rules with the help of decision tables, and we provided the algorithm of the analysis of this kind of data with a certain rules to identify some anomalies, changes, or abnormal information in the financial data. Another thing is very important that we focused on the event log information. So event logs information was related, maybe not entirely as a IT community understand that, more related with financial events. So about these events we can talk quite a long time, but to be more precise, a particular information, particular data fields which are related with a specific financial operations, transactions, and following the calculations, following the particular rules, we can again identify the normal information and even provide some potential solutions or maybe recommendations what should be changed, that company would follow these changes and not follow the current situation, how the now finances are changing in the company too. So talking about the activities, so basically talking about process mining in financial fields, the main idea is to understand how the data is changes, and basically according to this data we need to evaluate what was happened and to predict what could happen and to identify maybe some possible solutions to see the potential outcome that what should happen. Now it sounds a bit maybe tricky and not always possible, but making some decisions, making some solutions and adapting some rules, we may identify the particular correlation in the data, particular sequence of the data change, and especially when auditors using historical data, they may focus on the changes what happened in the company, they may focus on the changes what happens with particular transactions and how they change. And regarding this, analysis of historical data may help to identify possible changes or similar situations which are happening with the current data. And the main idea talking about process mining, so when you have a particular model of the company financial data, how it works, how it follows each other, you can see and identify the changes which are not following that model, and then to make decisions accordingly to that. Now, the main idea is that according to historical data analysis, it is possible to predict how the similar activities, similar transactions will work during the next period of time, during the next financial year, if all the activities will be the same, talking about the manufacturing, talking about another transactions. And going from the theoretical part, let's move to more practical one. So in our project, we need to define particular concepts which we use. So financial accounting object, basically it is any name of the field, data record field, which is have some kind of attributes and identify some record. Then we have the case regarding some unique financial object sequence, case ID, which identifies this kind of case, activity ID, which is related with the object and with particular financial data record, event, which combines the case and activities regarding particular timestamp. And with the help of analysis of this data, it is possible to follow the changes in the financial data. So one of our findings was financial data space. Here you can see the main dimensions of this financial data space and the members. So basically in each dimension we can get particular members of this dimension from the event log information, from the general ledger of the company, and we can follow the changes of this dimension members and to see how they change during specific period of time or any other impact or situation. So for example, when we have our data, when we have our dimensions defined, we can create the financial process cube, which basically can be filled by the fields of this dimension. So for example, case type dimension is associated with financial statement category. So we have dimension A. If we can talking about event class dimension, it is associated with the document type. Then we can identify the documents and the particular financial data which is in the specific documents. And time window dimension is associated with the financial period. So of course, we can check information dedicated for particular financial period, year, month, or quarter. And talking about financial anomalies detection, so basically we have 4 main steps. At first, we are discovering the normalized model of a company. So according to our created business rules, we can identify the historical data of the company, I mean financial data, and to identify the normalized model. And then we are checking for the anomalies journal entries which are not following particular model. And in this case, when we have unusual or rare change in attributes on particular fields, by using specific software, we can identify some changes. And in this case, we have anomaly detection process. Also regarding this part, when we see the identification of the normalized model and rare and unusual activities, we make some countings according to our defined rules based on key performance indicators and behavioral change indicators. Here are a list of them. In the paper, of course, they are detailed, described more detailed, not as it is provided in the slide. So maybe at this point it is a bit difficult to understand. But let's go to the graphical way. Before that, here is, for example, the information and financial data of the one financial year, 2012, information about the current assets and liabilities per 1 year, how it changed. Then in the next table, you see all the countings mentioned in previous slides. And to see the result, basically after the countings, here we can see the data table. And to more visualization, we see the changes of particular behavioral change indicators, which part of them follows according it was planned, according the forecasting information. And here we have indication of anomaly. It doesn't mean the company goes to the bankruptcy, or it doesn't mean that their company have problems. It is anomaly detection in the financial data. So now financial auditor in the process can check this data, particular this data, to see the related fields and to identify what happened. Maybe it was just unusual activity, but fully correct, just unexpected regarding the previous data. In other case, it is possible that we found the anomaly, which basically helps us to identify the problem of the company, and now auditor can adapt the changes and identify the problems to provide the potential solutions for the directors. Here is additional information from the same part, but with a graphical view. Again, we have found the anomalies, and this helps us to identify these parts in particular periods of time. So basically, talking about the conclusions, the main idea is that the process of process mining, especially with the financial data, is very important. In the accounting field, it is quite new activities, or let's say maybe need to be more focused to try to help the activities of the auditors to make the process of the auditing a bit easier, to find the particular places in the data, to identify the anomalies or unusual activities, to identify the problems and to adapt the solution. So as I mentioned, acknowledgements is to the research project, Enterprise Financial Performance Data Analysis Tools platform, and this is a side part of this project, and we are still continuing to work with that. So thank you very much for the attention.